Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be installing the Progressive 444 heavy duty shock on my Indian Scout 60. Let's get this video started.
You think you know me? Burn it
down! Christopher David Lawson of NEPA. Okay, first of all, the tools you're going to need a wrench with a 17 millimeter socket, a tape measure, and a floor jack or something to brace and lift your bike up. We'll talk a little bit about these shocks first of all. I got the model number 444-4250. These are the 12-inch heavy duty Progressive shocks, model number 444. Like I said, the stock Scout 60 and Scout use 11.5 inch shock. This is actually a 12-inch, so it will raise your bike up half an inch. But with these, you don't need any tools to adjust the preload. It's hand preload. You just turn this top part here. And we're going to go ahead and get these installed now. And I'll show you how I do it, and then we can go ahead and test them out. And before I go too far, I'm going to go ahead and get the bike as upright as possible. Top one is at 20.5 inches. We'll check the other side as well, and we'll do a comparison afterwards with the new shocks. Okay, first thing you're going to want to do obviously is remove all your accessories and to support the bike up on a jack. All the accessories are removed and I have the bike jacked up just a little bit and I've got it secured down with some straps. Okay, we'll go ahead and start off on the left-hand side because there's no exhaust or anything in the way. So we'll go ahead and take our time with the wrench and loosen this side up. Be very careful because you have a steel bolt going into a aluminum frame. So you want to be very cautious with this job. Now go ahead and show you a picture of the old shock compared to the new shock that's going on. You'll see how much more heavy duty it is than the stock shock. I have the shock off on one side. I'm going to go ahead and remove the shock on this side now. I have the wheel supported underneath just a little bit as well as being jacked up. Being that these are the 12-inch, you're not going to be able to just switch one side at a time. You actually have to let the suspension kind of open up a little bit more because you're going to run into this problem. Let me show you. I got this one started on this side, but being that it's a ½ inch longer, the holes aren't going to line up. So you're going to have to go ahead and make sure you can expand the entire suspension on that just enough where you can get the holes lined up on both sides. And of course, I have an aftermarket exhaust. So it's a little bit easier for me to get to the bolt on this side without tearing things down completely. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, here they are side by side. I have the bottom about approximately as close together as I can, but you can see how much thicker the spring and everything is, and plus there's more of a shock body here even on the inside. There isn't much out here, so there must be a lot more oil and stuff in there. Alright, I have both shocks installed. I tell you, just looks alone, they look like a hell of a lot better than the stock factory Indian ones. And this is a 2018, which had the better shocks and still really weren't adequate. But right now I'm in the process of adjusting the preload. You can make up to, there's lines on here that tells you the preload. Right now this one's set at 3. This one is at 1. I'm trying to adjust it now. But by adjusting the preload, you turn it clockwise until you get it to the preload you want it at. Alright, both shocks are tightened down and adjusted. I'll show you another side by side once again. The stock shock and the new shocks from Progressive. They're definitely not a lot nicer looking on this bike, especially since I don't have a lot of chrome on here. I do love the all black look of the Scout 60. Alright, let's measure again. I'll just measure from this part. We had 20.5 inches before. We are right now at just below 21 inches. So they, like I said, they are ½ inch longer than the stock ones were. This job obviously probably would have been easier if I would have stayed with the stock size, but I went ahead and went with the longer ones because I got a really good deal on them. But you see they're installed now. They're adjusted at number 3. You're supposed to be able to go all the way down to 7, I believe. There's little marks right here, like I said, on those. But I really like the looks of those better than the stock ones for sure. All right, Alright, like I said, I had the preload set at 3 on here. Let's see how much the suspension moves just from me sitting on it. And by the way, I'm 235 pounds. Okay, I stand the bike up and sit down. It really isn't moving that much. If I bounce on it a little bit, it does, but it definitely is a lot more solid than the stock shocks were. Well, there you have it. That's the installation portion of putting the Progressive 444 heavy duty shocks on. Like I said, that's the 12-inch version. For the stock size, you would want 11.5 for a regular Scout and Scout 60. The bobber comes stock with 11-inch, so you may not want to go with the 12-inch ones I just used. But that's the installation part. I hope you enjoyed that part. Hopefully that helped you out. But okay, more content should be coming soon. Please check out all the other videos and installations I've done on my Indian Scout 60. I should have a final review on these shocks within the next week or so. But go ahead and click the thumbs up. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to subscribe to see all the content coming. Got a big road trip coming too, and I'll really be able to test these shocks out then. Stay tuned for that. Bye for now.